I so fully believe that business is the greatest platform for change. It gives me the ability to bring initiatives that I care about, things like inequality, things like public education, and things like this environmental crisis that we're going through.
Giving back, though, doesn't just sit in sort of a corporate social responsibility vertical. It's integral into new business, and that seems like that's what you're trying to convince other companies to do.
Well, there was a great business visionary named Peter Drucker who once said that culture eats strategy for lunch. And what that means is your culture is really important, the most important thing you do. In fact, that's what's really sustainable for a business over time. Your culture, what are your values? What do you stand for? Who are you really? And at Salesforce, the most important value that we have is trust. We're so deeply committed to the trust that we have with our employees, of course, but also our customers, our partners, and also the communities that we live in. And that's what's guided so many of our actions, especially our recent actions, even in San Francisco, where we've been fighting so hard to get the homeless off the streets, even by having to pay a higher tax. Did you know that we have this incredible gap in San Francisco between rich and poor? We have 70 billionaires on one hand, and on the other side, we have now one of the highest homeless populations in the country on the streets.
What are you doing about it?
Well, what we've been doing is fighting for something called Proposition C that we just won with a 62% vote. We said we're willing to pay a higher tax ourselves, redistribute some of our own wealth, half of 1% of our revenue, and let's build a big homeless fund, a $300 million fund, and let's actually directly address this. And I know it's going to work because I've already been funding homeless NGOs and homeless programs in the city, and we have many winning programs already, and we've put hundreds of millions of dollars in them, but now we'll have $300 million a year to scale those, which is really the role of government. You want to test and prove with philanthropy and scale with government.
You're working to get people off the streets. Just talk about education for a moment, because the public schools in the United States, in many instances, are failing. In your own state of California, there was a teacher strike. 500,000 teachers not at work. If you care about income inequality, if you want to find the next great workforce, doesn't it have to start with education?
Well, you are 100% right. Education is equality. If you cannot have equality without a strong public education, and that's one of the reasons that we have put $50 million into the San Francisco and Oakland public schools, because we know that we need those kids to be able to participate in this modern new era of technology. We call that the fourth industrial revolution. That is this amazing next generation of technologies that's happening right now, like artificial intelligence and other things that's really changing our world. Those kids are not going to be competitive if they can't have a good, solid education, and we're investing aggressively there.
Everything you're talking about, everything that's happening in Davos is about collaboration and solutions. We talk so much about how divided and angry the country is. You built, people don't realize it, Salesforce with love. You talk about love all the time.
Well, love is probably my highest value, and it's important to me that CEOs today do lead with their hearts. We have these amazing resources at our fingertips. You look at not just our employees, not just our partners, not just our shareholders, not just all the parts of our community. We can really bring it all together. All we have to do is just focus on that. We can have a great outcome.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.